What is a type of relationship you feel you need RN, but don't have? I need a tight-knit group of girlfriends. I just really want that supportive, let's go get manicures right now spontaneous, happy attitude that nobody I'm friends with seems to have. I understand. It would be very nice to have a few girlfriends that like to do spontaneous things like, hey, let's check this new place. It has nice waffles and you can talk about everything. No shame between us. An even better relationship with myself. Working on it. I feel like everything else follows after that. Someone who can make my monologue a dialogue, irrespective of the gender. I miss goofy fights and witty debates that make my day all too lively. I feel this so much. I had a guy friend for about 4 to 5 months and our daily shares. He wouldn't get a Snapchat and some of the banter that came with it really made my days go. Then he just fell off the face of the planet. Sieg. A cuddle buddy. I'm kind of fine with everything else in the pandemic, but could use a cuddle. A female friend who likes me for me. I have a doctor, social worker, a community nurse, the checkout ladies at the local shops, but I don't have any women in my life that I or the government don't pay in some way or another to be nice to me. I'm sick, disabled and really lonely for a girlfriend. As in buddy, I'm 55-year woman living in an isolated country town, and it is so cliquey. Romantic relationship. I've never been in a romantic relationship outside of long distance ones and I'm 30. I feel lonely compared to a lot of people my age who seem to have long-term partners. My friends are great, but they can't provide me with those other needs as well. Hopefully, it'll happen one day and they won't mind that I'm this old but totally inexperienced. I'm 30 as well, 31 in April, and I never had any romantic relationship. Always felt different for it, and lonely especially now with the Valentine's Day approaching in quarantine. Fingers crossed it happens. A friendship with a best friend I'm actually on the same wavelength with. Someone who shares my passions, tastes and views me the way I view them, in a purely platonic way without developing feelings, or trying to have more than what I have to offer. Friends. I have my husband, but there's certain things that I feel he just doesn't understand, and I miss the validation, support, company, sometimes carefree activities we used to do just to be around each other. I miss going to bed late at night because we're talking, joking, dancing, venting, etc. I miss talking about our fears, goals, etc. and all of us just uplifting each other. I just miss friendship. I totally agree with this. My husband is my best friend, but it certainly doesn't mean I can't have appropriate friendships regardless of gender. I love having girlfriends, but before my husband I really enjoyed my guy friends too. A romantic one. I have a wonderful family and friends relationship, but with the romantic front I feel most often confused or unsatisfied. Even though I'm currently seeing a person I feel like he may not want me as I want him. SMH. I keep thinking he has ulterior motives. I need girlfriends. I love my husband, but like I want to go get brunch and mimosas on Sunday and vent to my girls, not my poor husband who hears the same crap every day. Not sexual, but physical, like hugging, arm locking, and just being close. I tend to be the therapist to everyone else, but I don't get that back, which gets overwhelming at times. I just want support, a strong friendship. A mother figure. Just someone older who can give me advice and look after me when I need it. Mine's dead and my fiance's mum is quite a difficult person, and I just wish I had a role model. How old are you? I can be your chill and supportive mother figure. I'm a good listener, or so I hear. A genuine girl friendship. I miss it. I miss those moments with my ex-best friends. I miss feeling alive around someone and not having a care in the world when we're driving around blasting music and singing at the top of our lungs. I need some type of motherly relationship too. I want a genuine hug and guidance from my mother, or some sort of motherly figure. I want that type of love, the one you watch in movies or hear about from others who have great relationships with their moms. I want that mother who puts their children first. I want that comforting feeling from her when things might not be going well for me. I think I will always feel this way though, and that's okay I guess. I'm working on healing. but in the back of my mind I will always ask myself, what if I could just have that mother-daughter bond? Queer friendship. I'd like to have a group of LGBTQ+ friends that live in my area. I'm bisexual, and most of my close friends are straight. My queer friends are further away or live in a different country, so I can't see or speak to them regularly. I love my straight friends. They're great allies, but there's a unique, indescribable bond between LGBTQ+ people. Of course, I haven't liked or clicked with every fellow queer person that I've met. The queer friends I do have are fully on my wavelength, and there is an unspoken understanding between us that I can't replicate with my straight friends. We get things about each other, and it's a beautiful thing. I really want a mentor. I've recently been going through a lot of changes in my career path and life in general, and it would be so nice to hear from a mentor who has experiences somewhat similar changes to support me through my journey. Romantic love. I'm very blessed to have great friends and supportive family, but I've been missing out on romantic love. I've never experienced it, but I just feel so unsatisfied and lonely. I'm not sure if it will happen anytime though. A therapist. Just one objective person capable of giving good advice who cannot tell anyone my secrets and will never meet the people I talk about. I really miss platonic physical intimacy. I've always had female friends who I could kiss and cuddle with or hold hands, and there's a sort of indescribable quality to that type of interaction that isn't the same as cuddling with my partner. It feels bigger, in a way, because the norm these days tends to be that certain types of touch is inherently romantic/sexual. I moved away from most of my friend group about 5 years ago, so I lost a lot of that. But I've had sporadic visits through that time where I was able to satisfy that need for a week or so. Currently, with the pandemic, I obviously haven't been able to travel, and I still talk to my friends, but I miss being able to rest my head on my bestie's shoulder or share a blanket with my old roommate while we watch movies. I have one new friend locally, and I think she'd be up for being cuddle friends. But her boyfriend is an essential worker, so all our hangs since March have been outdoors, distanced, and masked. I want a friend who will make the effort to visit me and spend time with me at home. Someone extroverted enough to get me out of my shell and do stuff, but not extroverted enough to drain me. It's not much, but that's all I want out of a relationship. A best friend. I have friends but none of them are super close to me. I miss have a best friend who knew me like the back of her hand. Someone who challenges my opinions. I always try to do that myself anyway, but another person would think of things I wouldn't think of / For the love of God, just a casual FWB. I don't know where I'm going to be next year and cannot do long distance again after 3 years of it. Because of that, I don't want something serious, but I also want something reliable. Guys either hardly wanna see me or wanna date me, and I can't find the nice in between that I want. ! I feel you on this. I need more than a random cuddle and less than a weekend boyfriend. But I also want to be friends. I don't know why this is so hard to find. Coworkers who I like and respect, and who really work as a dedicated team. Have some fun. Take some joy in it. Get good stuff accomplished. Aren't jerks. I've been in the workforce for over a decade and it's been hit or miss, but mostly miss. I'm jealous when I see tight-knit, effective groups of coworkers. I could really use some solid friends. I have none near me and few far away. I really miss having people to just talk to about dumb stuff. Friends that live in the same city as me. All my close friends live spread out over the country. A pet. My sweet baby Yorkie, Teddy, passed a few months ago, and I've really been missing having a furry friend around. Pets really make life worth living. Besides a group of happy girlfriends, like already mentioned, I also need a mother/motherly figure. Someone to guide me a bit and to give me unconditional love. Someone I can cry to when everything is shitty. I never had a good relationship with my mom and recently she rejected me on top for being non-binary. I watched a movie where a character dies and reveals to another character that she loved her like a mother, and I cried a lot because I want a mom too. A best friend. All my friends moved away and now I just have my family and partner. Having him is cool, and we really connect on a deeper level, but it is not the same to my old female best friend. We could talk about everything for hours. You can't really talk with your boyfriend about female issues, or about more girly stuff. He listened to me and tries to understand, but for example he has no clue about fashion and celebrities. He also don't have any social media. I really crave a tight-knit family unit with my mum and brothers. They're all close and do things together, but I'm very much the poor relation left out in the cold and it sucks. I'm a single mum and my kids and I are really close, but they are 7 and 9 and sometimes I just need the support of the adults in my family. Being your own support network is hard. A healthier relationship with my ex. Tomorrow is my birthday and I'm feeling quite emotional because last year I remember us baking a mango cake. It didn't quite go well, but we had a sweet time making it last year and I miss him lately. A best friend. I've never had a super close friend that I didn't eventually fall out of touch with or date. I want one serious platonic friend with a daily phone call of undisclosed time. Lol. Yeah, I know. This is a wishing well. 28F here. A husband who is as generous and as affectionate as I am. We're not meant to go through this world alone. I'm in a committed romantic relationship, but there is something missing that's been bothering me. I wish my soul would be a little bit more take charge. I don't like being in a relationship where I feel like all of the planning, decisions, and taking action is on my shoulders. Sometimes I crave the feeling of being taken care of by my guy. It is scary facing life when it's all on my shoulders. I'm a timid and weak person and I wasn't cut out for this leadership type role in my relationship. A close-knit group of female friends. I have actually never had this. I feel like I missed something along the way growing up and can never click with other females. I like sports, outdoors and mechanics, so it's hard for me to relate to a lot of women. A local group of girlfriends to go for boba or something with. Just 1 or 2 people to have over for a movie. It's been years since I've had that with people outside of my family and it's really hard. Friends. I have best friends that live 1.5 away and the next 6 hours away. I don't have any close friends nearby that we can get coffee or drinks with. I wish I had a boyfriend. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Lame as that sounds, it's true. I don't want a marriage, I just want a boy I can cuddle with approximately 3 nights a week and text memes to. A loving husband is the one thing I'm missing. In terms of relationships, I'm pretty good with other relationships, and I tend to be a community builder. Meeting a romantic match seems to often come down to dumb luck for people. Romantic. I feel as though all of my other relationships are solid, including that with myself, and I want someone to love that way. I just want someone that I can turn to other than my partner. She is my best friend, however I don't have anyone else close to me, and I feel that is a lot to ask from one person. I have relationships with my parents and colleagues, so a friendship or a romantic one would not be a bad thing. I want a real, true best friend. I haven't had a best friend in years who isn't also a relative, and I feel like the Rona keeps everyone so alienated that it's impossible to form new relationships. I miss theater friends to bond with and have that family feeling with after a few months of rehearsing a play, even if we all went our separate ways at the end. I miss being able to ask someone to lunch without worrying if it was safe. Sometimes I start to wonder if I really want a romantic relationship, but then I boil it down and realize no. I just want someone to talk to about pretty much anything and feel like we get each other. It doesn't have to be much more than that. I need a friend for life, be it a normal friend or a spouse. My best and only friends right now are my family members. Not that I'm not glad about having them, but someone outside the family would be nice too. I need a better relationship with my mom, but I don't feel like I will ever have it. I've never had a group of girlfriends, and I haven't had a girl best friend since I was 14. I guess I've been naive enough to think my male best friendships were platonic. Now that I know better, I've been feeling that absence. I miss being goofy and fun with other girls. A best friend. I haven't had a best friend relationship where you like read each other's mind and just know each other for years. I miss it. A relationship where I can receive the same energy I give out and not having a sense of doubt that they low-key don't want me for me. I need a coworker down the hall where I can pop in and complain about things in real time and get a little perspective. I've had this in every workplace I've been in so far, but starting a new job this past fall and lockdown made that impossible. A best guy friend that doesn't end up with romantic interests. Just a male friend that I can hang out with, sleep over, go clubbing, play games, go for dinner, and to the movies, all that stuff. As long as they never get any feelings. This sounds stupid, but it's been happening too much and kind of ruins the friendship. Right now I want to find a cool guy to hang out with, try new dive bars, and have casual sex with. I don't want a relationship right now. I don't think it's the right time for me right now anyways. I need a mentor that will help me stay motivated and help me reach higher heights in life. Someone I can look up to. Right now I don't have that from anyone, male or female, and I'd really like that. At least one good friend that is ride or die. I'm second choice for everyone, even my parents, because my older sister demands so much attention. I feel like I'm just drifting around, untethered. If I disappeared, really only my immediate family would be affected and no one else's lives would be changed. I can do without a romantic relationship, but I do feel the absence of any meaningful relationships outside of my parents and sister. Unity in the family I already have. I crave for all of us to be on the same page and unite as a family. Makes me sad. It's really hard to keep up with everyone going different directions. Currently I have no friends. I mean I do, but I'm not close with them enough to hang out with them. I just want a 2-3 girlfriend I can hang with all the time and talk about anything and just go try new things. It's funny because I get more nervous around girls than I ever did with any crush or any guy I thought was attractive. It was never hard for me to make friends when I was younger, but now I just feel like most girls in my town are very judgmental and only stick with people who are like them. I wish so bad I could have girlfriends I can do stuff with. I love my boyfriend, but I'm kinda tired of him being my only friend. A friend who is down for anything I want to do. A friend with benefits. A cuddle buddy. A mentor and a workout buddy. A real girl best friend. I have a lot of girlfriends but none that I've ever clicked with on that level, where you can talk about anything and everything and have lots of common interests. Friends that want to get out and do dumb shit. Don't get me wrong. I love the friends I have, but they are all very vanilla and follow the rules way too strictly. A close friend or friends who live near me or with me. Until I graduated last spring I lived with 2 roommates who were so close they were like family to me. After graduation we all moved to different states, and despite enjoying having a place of my own, I miss the company when I get home in the evenings. Another friend that I can talk to. My BF is an essential hard worker, so I try not to bother with my non-essential non-working life. I have an urge to divulge all my stupid witty banter, at least for me lol, and have them play along more frequently. Only saw my friend maybe 3 times last year. A close relationship with my parents. My parents and I are not super close, but I can tell they're definitely aging, and it's hurting me that I can't physically be there for them for my own well-being. I love them, but we're just better off living apart and loving each other from a distance. It saddens me that the pandemic has made it even harder to reconnect with them. I just hope they know that I truly miss them. I think a few more friends I could talk to regularly. A partner would be nice, but that's very unlikely. I sometimes wish I had that really wholesome group of friends where we talk on the group chat every day with memes, life advice or emotional support, and meanness, pettiness or judgmental behavior is not tolerated. I tried to force this with this current group that I'm in the process of removing myself from because they were unhealthy for me, talking about me behind my back, pettiness, snide remarks, acting as though I was a problem etc. A true best friend. I've lost all the best friends over the years. One was a guy who loved me and I didn't feel the same way. One we grew and drifted. 1 ghosted. I definitely have a few good friends, but I don't have a best friend. In fact, I've never had a friend who I felt I could call at 3 AM or just show up at their front door in an emergency. I wish. I feel like a lot of girls want the same thing, and that's a close group of girlfriends. I've had one girl group for a few years, but we got distant and split, and I have always wanted a girl group to have wine nights and go out with, especially being in college and seeing other girls experiencing that. I wouldn't mind having a man to cuddle with, not necessarily sexual, just someone to cuddle with and be some comfort, a safe place. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video,